Okay, so have you ever had your AC just totally crap out on like the hottest day of the year?
Oh, absolutely. Especially living here, it's practically a rite of passage.
Right.
Like,
Like instant panic. It's like the worst possible thing. But what if you could kind of get a head start on the problem? Like figure out what's wrong before you even call for help.
oh, that'd be a game changer for sure.
So that's what we're looking at today in this deep dive.
Okay.
We're checking out this marketing stuff, right? From this HVAC company down here.
Hmm.
They've got this new thing. It's an AI chatbot that's supposed to help you figure out what's wrong with your AC.
Interesting. Yeah, the use of AI in like home maintenance is definitely something I've been keeping an eye on.
Yeah, and they're saying it's super easy to use. So, picture this, right? You're sweating, your AC is dead,
Hmm.
but instead of like freaking out and Googling all these symptoms, you open this chatbot
Okay.
and it asks you like really basic questions. Like, is the air blowing warm?
Okay. Like a virtual technician kind of?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Are there weird noises? Stuff like that. And supposedly they've built in some really advanced AI
Hmm.
to where it's like analyzing your answers and it can actually pinpoint what's going on. Like, is it the compressor? Is there a refrigerant leak?
That's pretty cool. I mean, if it can really accurately diagnose issues, that could save a lot of time and stress for people.
Right. And here's the important thing that they really emphasized is that this isn't about replacing actual technicians.
Right, right, because I mean, there's only so much you can do with like a chat bot, right?
Exactly. But it's about giving homeowners information.
Hmm.
So, even if you still have to call a pro, you could be like, hey, the chatbot's telling me it's probably the condenser fan.
Right. That kind of heads up would be super helpful for the technician too, I bet. Could make the whole process smoother and faster.
Totally. And think about the stress it could save you. You're not just sitting there totally helpless. You actually have some idea what's going on.
It's like taking a little bit of control back
Right.
in that situation where you feel kind of powerless.
Yeah, for sure. But they're super clear about this. It's diagnostics only. You still need a licensed technician for the actual repairs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Especially when you're dealing with like refrigerant and electrical systems. Definitely not something you want to mess with yourself.
No way. But they're even suggesting it could help people be more proactive about maintenance.
Oh, how so?
Like maybe you catch little issues before they become big, expensive problems.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, because prevention is key, especially with AC units, right?
Right. Like what if all it needs is a good cleaning or something?
Right.
Catching it early could save you so much hassle down the line.
Yeah, for sure. So it's kind of shifting the focus from reactive repairs to more preventative maintenance,
Totally.
which is really smart, especially in a climate like ours where your AC is running pretty much year round.
Yeah, definitely. So it sounds like this chatbot could be a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it has the potential to be. But, there are always like other things to consider. Like how accurate is it really? And what about the potential downsides? Things like that.
Okay, yeah, so there are definitely some questions we need to explore further, like can we really trust this AI to give us the right diagnosis?
Exactly. And, are there any risks involved in relying on this kind of technology?
Right. So we've got a lot more to unpack here.
We do, but I'm definitely intrigued. This AI chatbot thing, it could really shake things up in the world of AC maintenance.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
We'll dive deeper into all of this after the break, so stay tuned.
I mean, you brought up a good point before the break about catching stuff early.
Oh, yeah, like preventing those major meltdowns.
Exactly. What if this chatbot could actually help people be more proactive about their AC maintenance?
Right, instead of waiting till it's like a total emergency.
Yeah. Imagine if it flags a potential issue like, hey, your filter needs changing or your refrigerant might be low.
So you could just take care of it right away.
Right. And maybe avoid a much bigger, more expensive problem down the road.
That would be awesome. It's like taking control of your AC destiny.
Exactly. And you know what else is interesting? I think it could change the whole dynamic between homeowners and technicians.
No, you won't way.
Well, instead of calling in a panic for like an emergency repair, you're calling for a more planned checkup. You're coming from a position of knowledge.
So it's less like, help, my AC is dead,
Yeah.
and more like, hey, I think this might be going on. Can you check it out?
Exactly. Which could make things more efficient for everyone.
Yeah, and maybe even less stressful for the homeowner.
Absolutely. And when you're armed with that information from the chatbot, you can ask more informed questions too.
Like you're not just blindly trusting whatever the technician says.
Right. You're more of an active participant in the process.
Okay, I like that. But I do have a concern.
Oh, what's that?
I could see some people getting a little too confident. You know,
Oh, yeah. Like thinking they can fix everything themselves.
exactly. Like, oh, the chatbot says it's the compressor. I'll just YouTube that real quick.
Oh, man. That's definitely a worry. It's like DIY gone wrong.
Right. So the HVAC company would really need to be clear about that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, this is a tool for diagnosis, not for repair.
Exactly.
Well,
Don't try this at home, folks.
definitely not. Call a professional.
Always. But even if we set that aside, there's still the question of, like, how accurate is this thing, really?
Right. Can we really trust the AI to get it right every time?
Exactly. What kind of data did they use to train it?
Yeah. And how often is it being updated? Like, is it learning and improving over time?
That would be crucial, right? Because technology changes so fast.
Exactly. You don't want it to become obsolete.
So even though this chatbot seems pretty promising, we can't just assume it's a perfect solution.
Yeah, we need to be cautious, but also, like, open-minded.
Right. It's a new technology with a lot of potential, but there are definitely things to consider.
Absolutely. But, this brings up a much bigger question for me.
What's that?
Like, how far can this go? Could we eventually get to a point where we can predict these problems before they even happen?
Whoa, now you're talking.
Yeah.
Like true preventative maintenance.
Exactly. Imagine sensors in your AC unit that are constantly monitoring everything.
And sending that data back to, like, a central system.
Right. And then AI could analyze it and be like, hey, there's a 80% chance your compressor is going to fail in the next month.
That would be incredible. No more surprise breakdowns.
Exactly. You'd be totally ahead of the game.
So this chatbot, it's kind of like a stepping stone to something even bigger.
I think so. This whole idea of using AI and data to manage our homes.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
It is. And this is just the beginning. Who knows what kind of cool technology is coming next?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for everyone listening, this deep dive isn't just about some new gadget, right?
It's about the future of how we take care of our homes.
It's about being aware of these trends, asking the right questions.
And being open to new possibilities, because technology is going to keep changing things whether we like it or not.
So true. And, we want to hear from you. What do you think about all of this? Have you tried any AI-powered home maintenance tools? Let us know. We're always up for a good deep dive into these topics. Until next time.
It really makes you think about how this could change things for HVAC companies, too.
Oh, yeah.
How so?
Well, right now they're mostly reactive, right?
Yeah.
Like someone's AC breaks, they call in a panic.
Yeah. Total emergency mode.
Right. But with tools like this chatbot, they could shift to be more preventative.
Oh, interesting. Like using data to anticipate problems before they even happen.
Exactly. And they could use that data to plan their service schedules better,
Oh, so they're not just running around all the time putting out fires.
Right. It could be way more efficient for them and maybe even lead to like subscription services based on predicted needs.
Oh, that's a whole different business model. Right. And for homeowners, it could mean, fewer emergencies, less stress, and maybe even lower costs in the long run.
Okay, so it's kind of like a win-win situation for everyone.
Potentially, yeah. But of course, there's still some big questions we need to think about.
Like what?
Well, data privacy is a huge one.
Oh, right. Like who owns all that data coming from your AC unit?
Exactly. And how is it being used? We need some clear answers on that.
Yeah, for sure. Transparency is key.
Absolutely. But overall, I think the potential benefits here are pretty exciting.
Definitely. It's a whole new way of thinking about home maintenance.
It is. And this chatbot, it's just the tip of the iceberg, I think.
So for everyone listening, we hope this deep dive has gotten you thinking about the future of technology and how it could impact something as essential as your AC.
It's about asking questions, staying informed.
And maybe even getting a little bit ahead of the game when it comes to keeping your home cool and comfortable. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, and until next time, stay cool out there.